Welcome, people. Welcome. This is Calvin Dean, the Calvin Dean Show. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. We are live, the 2020 NFL Draft. And just wanted to remind everyone, stay safe, stay home. I hope everyone's doing fine. I had lost my cousin this week from the coronavirus, so it's definitely hit home. But we are going to have some fun times tonight. I mean, what a great time we're going to have here. We have Cincinnati Bengals. They are first on the clock, people. The Bengals, they spent some big money to fill some of their large holes in their defense early in the first wave of free agency. Barring some massive plot twist in this next 5 to 10 minutes, we expect Mr. Burrows to go off the board, number one, to the Cincinnati Bengals. That was my pick. So we're just going to wait here and talk about Mr. Burrows a little. I mean, the guy just was lights out in college. He's from the LSU Tigers. And I guess this kid is the real deal. I mean, there's 3 picks that could go there. The first pick. Number 1 pick, Joe Burrows. Either that or Justin Herbert. I just don't see Herbert, them picking him. Definitely going to pick Burrow, the Heisman Trophy winner. Of course, Chase Young is in the heat, but, the Bengals, they need a quarterback, that's for sure. And we're just going to wait on that stats. Joe Burrow. Let's go over a little bit of Joe Burrow, everyone. Joe, he won a national championship. He went undefeated. Was playing on a team that was just a lights out team. He's from Athens, Ohio. He's 6'3", pretty nice, tall. I mean, he's not 6'6" or 6'3" is great. It's 221 pounds. His arms reach is 30 7/8. His hands is that 9-inch minimum hand. The kid is just great, guys. I mean, he's definitely going to be one of those quarterbacks that are just going to do something in the NFL, that's for sure. Joe, hats off to Joe Burrow, that's for sure. Now, just wanted to tell everyone, of course, this is the first virtual draft that we're having because of COVID-19. And it's exciting. I mean, I'm a big geek when it comes to the internet, and I am on Instagram, Calvin J. Dean, and Twitter account is Calvin Dean. So there you go, guys. I just want to let you know that Cincinnati Bengals they are officially on the clock. The clock is ticking, people. They are on the clock. We are waiting to see their choice. This is going to be exciting. First person on the draft, and we're going to kind of sneak.
The veteran Thunder point guard says anything less, it's not going to happen.
Here we go.
The player's health has to be the priority. Paul is also
we have some news going on. For number one, I believe they're going to start having a season, but the only way they're going to have a football season, NFL football season, would be to quarantine the players. That's for sure. We all know that. And then they're also talking about having the players, only play in certain stadiums, like in Arizona, New Mexico, that type of, and just having them, the team stay in that area so they're not traveling so much to keep them away from contracting the virus. And of course, all the trainers, coaches, everyone that has to do with the NFL would be quarantined. And I believe that's the only way they're going to be able to have a season. That's for sure. But let's not talk about that. Of course, we're here for the NFL draft. And the Cincinnati Bengals are still on the clock. I think they're just going to sit here and, give us, a heart attack to see what they're going to pick. I mean, in all reality, you have Joe Burrow, of course. We have a defensive tackle, Derek Brown, that I think he's going to be from Auburn. He looks like a great pick. We have now the second pick is going to be interesting because the Redskins have been taking calls all day yesterday, all day the day before, all week long, and teams are trying to trade up to the second spot. And that second spot is crucial. You have Chase Young for that second spot. So we are just so excited, people. Las Vegas, Nevada looks so empty. I have never seen that city look so empty. I mean, it's amazing. I just can't believe it. It's so strange to see Vegas empty, and I guess their crazy mayor was talking about opening everything up, but of course the governor squashed that really quickly. I think she was on the sauce a little when she was talking to Anderson Cooper from the CNN. That was a funny interview. Oh my God, if you want to laugh your socks off. I wonder who voted for this. She looked drunk. Yeah, wow. Anyway, let's get back to the draft. We're waiting. Wow. Okay. We are still on the clock. Wow. And we are waiting. Now, Chase Young is, I think Chase Young's going to go number 2. Now, the Lions, they have the number 3 spot. The Lions, they definitely need like a tackle or a defensive tackle. We'll see. And we're going to listen to Commissioner right here. And here we go. I'm going to go live to the Commissioner. And let me try to... Sorry, guys. I'm doing this not in the studio. I'm doing this from home. So, COVID-19, guys, got to do everything from home. That's for sure. They're kind of different. That's for sure. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Here we go. And let's go to the Commissioner.
Those fighting bravely on the front lines, and those whose lives have been profoundly changed by this unprecedented crisis. We marvel at the compassion and courage of our healthcare heroes and first responders. We appreciate our leaders and the men and women serving our country. Thanks to these heroes and to everyone who's done their part to help stop the spread. We will get through this together. And when we do, we will be here for you. As we celebrate the newest class of the NFL, we hope the draft will provide a break from everyday challenges. Let us dream of better days and help others. The Draft-a-thon will raise awareness and much-needed funding for those who need it most. For those able to help, we encourage you to visit NFL.com/relief to join the NFL family and make a contribution. We are so fortunate to have the most passionate and generous fans in the world, and we thank you for helping to make the NFL what it is and for being part of our family. Many families have experienced loss. To honor and remember those we have lost, please join me in observing a moment of silence. Thank you. To perform the national anthem, we welcome from his home, with help from his daughter Georgia, Grammy and Emmy Award winner and New Orleans Saints fan, Harry Connick Jr.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Every night in cities across our country and all over the world, thousands gather in the streets, windows, and doorways to cheer on the millions of frontline workers fighting this virus and working tirelessly to help navigate us through these unprecedented times. Please join me in cheering on these brave heroes.
Wow. Wow, people.
This is one.
I tell you, people, thank
So
you
is this.
so much. Wow, that brought some tears to my eyes right there. Wow. That is some strong stuff. I mean, wow, it's hard to even talk after that one. That's for sure. Man. Whew. Just the frontline workers. I have friends of mine who are frontline workers, and hats off to you guys. I mean, you really, you're heroes. That's heroes, and you're risking your life for others, and that's just incredible. And this whole show tonight is going to be dedicated to all those heroes, those frontline heroes that are putting our lives on the line. I wanted to hats off and my condolences to my family. I lost my cousin this last Monday to COVID-19, and he was diagnosed with the coronavirus, and I believe they gave him the hydroxychloroquine. That was a week ago, and unfortunately, he passed away, and because of that drug, and of course of the COVID as well. But just have to watch the false promises out there, people. That's for sure. When it hits home, hits your family, and you look at stuff like that, you get a whole your eyes wide open type of thing. And my hat's off. My special condolences to my one cousin, Louis, his brother, Timothy Williams, who passed away April 20th, 2020. I thought of him during the time where the commissioner asked for quiet and silence. It's tough. It's tough to lose a family member, that's for sure. It really hits home. And I just wanted to... this is going to be so much fun, people. We're waiting for the draft to commence. And they, of course, are into commercial heaven. Or should I say hell right now. But, I mean, even the commercials are dedicated to all the healthcare workers. Pizza Hut, there's so many different companies that are just, helping people. There's a Toyota dealership out in Valencia, Frontier Toyota. They've been helping people. So there's so many, that's in California. And so anyway, I just wanted to, hats off to all these people, everyone who's, on the front lines, going into work and, helping people, serving people, the grocery store workers, the pharmacists, the people who are checking you out at the grocery store. I mean, they're putting their lives on the line. They're wearing masks. They're having, really showing their true patronage to the United States, that's for sure. And we have Dr. Fauci is actually talking right now. Let me get him a little bit here. And
the good of the country. So the best thing we could do now is hope for the best and hope that sooner or later, hopefully sooner, we can get back to some form of normality where we can all enjoy the sport that we love so much.
Dr. Fauci, thanks very much. So it's going to be a different draft, but we're going to make sure you experience the same raw emotions that we always see. Again, this is the group of players that have allowed us to share their draft experience with them, some 60 players. So when their name is called, you will see that reaction.
All right. The NFL Network, ESPN, they're doing live draft. They have 60 players. They have, so if you want to, look at ESPN or actually see what's going on, I definitely here trying to give you a great show. We're waiting on Cincinnati. They are just waiting. The Bengal fans, they're waiting. Everyone's getting Joe Burrow jerseys, they're so excited. Just excited. And Zach Taylor, the Bengals head coach, is sitting by himself, texting, and it's funny to see this. Here we go. We have officially opened the 2020 football draft, and we I tell you, Goodell is telling us all about the big bear hugs that he gets all the time, and he's going to miss that interaction with the players and everything. It's kind of cool, Unfortunately, that's the way we are handling all this. COVID has really changed America and changed the world. That's for sure. Anyway, it is official. The Cincinnati Reds, the Bungles are on the clock. And just want to generate some optimism for everyone. And good luck. Here we go. The first actual NFL draft is now open officially. The Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. We have Duke Tobin, the director of player and personnel from the from the Cincinnati Bengals. He is, looks like he's picking right now. This is exciting, people. Exciting. There's no more bags that are going to be put over their heads in Cincinnati. They are going to be going to the games. Those games, when they'll be able to have fans in the stadium, probably in 2021. It's going to be exciting for all the fans. At least they'll have 1 year under his belt before the fans actually start gathering in their stadium. Joe Burrow is with his mom and dad right now, and he's just sitting there waiting. It's kind of cool. This kid, Joe Burrow, he comes from a football family, people. Mainly from Nebraska. So he was in 2014. He was Mr. Football from the high school ranks. Let me tell you, he is just such a great quarterback. Wow, he went from Ohio State to LSU, and then in 2019, this guy just was lights out. Total touchdowns, 65 touchdowns, guys. I mean, come on, guys. He had in 2019 the greatest season in college history. There has never been a quarterback better than him. We have a lot of people that are commentating about Joe Burrow. Boy, I tell you, the kid is just all about, the hype. He's definitely, other than Baker Mayfield was, I think, all hype. That's just me. That's my opinion. And it's proven. He's on the decline already. But Joe Burrow, guys, he's just, he's tall. He's 6'3", 220 pounds. I mean, the kid is just, he's a really great quarterback. I mean, of course, he had a great team. Don't get me wrong. Yes, great team. LSU was like, well, I could tell you this. The LSU Tigers last year was even, I mean, if they played the Cincinnati Bengals, they'd beat the Bengals, So that's the thing where he is going to have to realize he's going from an incredibly all-star team to a team that is incredibly hurting. Only thing I feel for him is, hats off to Joe Burrow. I mean, come on now. I mean, I don't feel sorry for him at all. The only thing I worry about him is he's going to Cincinnati and he just he doesn't understand. I don't think he understands that they're terrible, and he's going to have to get the ball out of his hands quick. I mean, very, very quick. In Cincinnati, he's going to really have to do that. We are waiting right now. Now, he is definitely a guy that can do many, many great things. He can execute the inside the pocket. He can move, out of the pocket and throw the ball. I mean, the kid is just really good. He has a great arm, great touch, 65 touchdowns. I mean, he is athletic too. He's, I tell you, this kid, we're waiting. We're waiting right now. They're still on the clock. And they have the fire going in the kitchen. I mean, it looks nice. Must be nice. The fire going. I mean, it's not in California right now. I mean, we have 90-degree weather today. So, Michael Irvins is kind of funny. He is, he's talking about, well, of course, the guy's young. He's 22, 23 years old. He's going to go into the NFL. He's going to have to take on that team, which is a complete losing team, and try to make something out of it, winners. And they have exactly 4 minutes and 9 seconds left, and then to make a decision. The Cincinnati Bengals right now. We're still on the clock here, under 4 minutes, and we're waiting for the Cincinnati. What's going to be interesting is the second pick. We all know that Joe Burrow is going to go number 1 to the Bengals. We all know that. But the number 2 pick is going to be interesting, people. It's going to be very interesting. I mean, they have Chase Young. He's going to be good. And so, I mean, the edge rusher from Ohio State, the pick is in. The pick is in. We have Joe Burrow going number 1. Joe Burrow, number 1. He is the number 1 pick. He comes from a poverty-stricken in Ohio. Good for him, man. Wow. The kid is from Athens County, Ohio. Where it's very, very, I tell you, it's wow, it's amazing. Well, congratulations to Joe Burrow. He is now a Cincinnati Bengal. Congratulations, Joe. Congratulations. Next. The next person on the clock, it would be the Washington Redskins. They are officially on the clock. And congratulations, Joe. Joe Burrow from the LSU Tigers. Heisman Trophy winner, 65 touchdowns. I tell you, the kid from Athens, Ohio. And congratulations, Joe. He's definitely and there's a drum roll here, people. Drum roll. And here it is. First, the first pick. Joe Burrows. Oh, yeah. Wow. It's official, people. It's completely official. Joe Burrow. I'm a little ahead of myself before I get everything. This is fun. All right. Joe Burrow. Yes. Love it. I can't believe it. Congratulations to the Cincinnati Bengals. And they're getting a quarterback, a star, that's for sure. Well, now we have. All right, we have the second pick of the NFL draft. We have the Washington Redskins are on the clock, officially on the clock. They are on the clock. I'm at home, people, so excuse me for people talking in the background. But yeah, it's definitely. Wow! I'm just watching all the tape from Joe Burrow, and that kid is just. I mean, when he played Alabama, I mean, he was really good in Alabama. Played them really well, even in the championship game against Clemson. I mean, he was lights out. I mean, it's like they just couldn't stop him. They just couldn't stop him. I mean, it's insane. Even Oklahoma, they couldn't stop him. So I mean, I'm telling you, the guy is he's a great drop back passer. He's got a great arm. He's congratulations, Joe, for definitely getting picked number one. That's huge. Washington Redskins now are on the clock. This is going to be interesting because they've been taking phone calls to, and they were taking phone calls, other teams trying to get the number 2 spot, and Joe's got a Cincinnati Bengals hat on. Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengal. Congratulations, Joe. Anyway, get back to the Redskins. Redskins are just they need some talent. That's for sure. I was thinking they need a quarterback, right? So, and Cam Newton's old offensive coordinator is with the Redskins. And I was thinking maybe Cam Newton going to Washington, and then now because I know that the Chargers are number 6, and I think there's going to be another quarterback on the board. The pick is in for the Washington Redskins. The pick is in. We are waiting to see who they picked. My one buddy, he's a Washington Redskin fan. I mean, every time they win, that's all. That's all I hear about is. It's great. It's great. I tell you, Washington Redskin fan. And now the Lions are on the clock. We're waiting for the pick to come in for the Washington Redskins, and we are waiting. And this is interesting. They didn't take any of the a lot of teams were trying to get into the second spot, and there was their thing about Trent Williams, trading him. There was a lot of stuff going on, and the Redskins are number 2, and the pick is in, and we are waiting for right now. And the commissioner is going to speak any second. And we are waiting. This is a little bit much. I mean, pick is in. The Lions are on the clock. And it's like, okay, Joe, they're definitely Susie is talking to Joe on ESPN right now, and he's of course excited, and he has a big old Bengals hat on. Good for him. It's good for him. He worked hard to get better, to get to get where he's at. So hats off to Joe Burrow. And we're just waiting right now who the Washington Redskins picked, I'm saying Chase Young. That's what I'm thinking. That's for sure. I think Chase Young is definitely going to go as a second pick, and we are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting. We are still waiting. They're showing Chase Young is on the phone, and he's on the phone right now, and they're not jumping up and down, so I don't know what's going on here. They looks like he's with his family, and I just will keep waiting. And pick is in, so we are waiting, and the Lions are on the clock. Lions, they need a offensive tackle, defense as well. I think they're going to probably pick a defense for the Lions. I'm thinking more of a defensive tackle like Derek Brown, maybe Becton from Louisville, and here's the pick, people. Here we go. The pick is in. Second pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. Washington Redskins pick Chase Young of the Ohio State Buckeyes defensive end. There he is. Mr. Chase Young wins second pick of the NFL draft. Good for him. I mean, the guy's just lights out. That's for sure. Lights out. Chase Young. Congratulations, Chase. Congratulations. I just can't believe, this kid, from Pop Warner football to all the way to college. This kid has just been, just lights out. So now he is now a Washington Redskin. He lives literally 55 miles away from the Redskins practice facility in Virginia. And he's from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. So they're really pretty close. He is definitely he's a game changer, guys. He's a defensive end. He can just rush the passer. He's going to be another Bosa. That's how good he is. He will change the offensive. He's just going to get at the quarterback. He's quick. You have the Bosa brothers, and now you have Chase Young. So, this NFL is getting better and better and better and quick, and it seems like all the players are getting quicker, and they're getting faster. And he can. The whole thing of it is with Chase Young, he can be on the left side or the right side, and he's great. He's just great. He is really, really great. The guy is just lights out when it comes to, even outside pass rushing and going after, runners too. He's quick. I tell you, he just looked fantastic throughout the whole entire 2019 season. Hats off to Chase Young. We have Washington Redskin hats. Everyone's wearing a Redskin hat at Chase Young's home. He kind of reminds me of Clowney. The height is 6'5". The speed. He has that disruptive capability like Clowney. But I'll tell you something else. He's not like Clowney, where Clowney gets hurt all the time. And Chase Young is definitely going to D.C. He's playing for the Washington Redskins. They needed that. And they also need a quarterback as well, but we won't get into that. I think, the pick is in for the Lions. I just got that update. The pick is in. I think, let me see. I think the Lions are going to take, I think, another Ohio State, alum. It's going to go. I mean, just Ohio State just went. We have Jeff Okudah. He's a junior, and I'm telling you, he looks good. And the Lions really need a defense. I mean, their defense was terrible last year, and it's all about picking some great defensive players. So we're just, pick is in. Like I said, who's on the clock? And you have the Giants on the clock. But the pick is in for the Lions. Wow, this is exciting stuff. The Lions, like I said, I'm thinking Jeff Okudah. Okay, I think that's how you pronounce it. Okudah. He's a cornerback from Ohio State. Of course, I had to pick the hardest guy to pronounce his name. You have Derek Brown from Auburn. And then you have Tristan Wirfs from Iowa. So, I don't know. Here we go. Detroit Lions. Here we go. The third pick. 2020 draft. Detroit Lions pick. Jeff Okudah, like I said, from Ohio State, cornerback. Did I say that? I predicted it. There you go. I told you. Jeff Okudah would go. Congratulations, Jeff. Wow, good for him. Wow. Can you believe it? The top three drafts of this year's draft class, the top three, ready? All once played for Ohio State. Yeah, Joe Burrow, he transferred from Ohio State to LSU. But then Chase Young and Jeff Okudah both are from Ohio State. For all three picks are Ohio State alums. Wow, that's huge, guys. That's huge. And we have the New York Giants on the clock. They're definitely they are in high demand of an offensive tackle, lineman. So I'm thinking Tristan Wirfs of Ohio, or Jedrick Wills, Jr. from Alabama. I'm really thinking. I really think Tristan Wirfs, from Ohio, from Iowa, the offensive lineman. I think I really think he might go. Their defense is, you could shore up their defense as well. I mean, the Lions, if you wanted to. They're Isaiah Simmons, they could pick, definitely, they need an offensive lineman, they need an edge rusher, they need a linebacker, and they need a corner. So, I mean, the Giants, they're in desperate need of a defensive player and offensive lineman. So, I guess they're I think they're really I think they really are happy with Mr. Jones. And I think they want to get Barkley out and running like he's never run before, and passing, and I think they need an offensive lineman for that. So my prediction for the fourth pick will be Tristan Wirfs, offensive lineman of Iowa. I keep wanting to say Ohio State. But I think that's going to be the